I don't want to.
You can question them, but you don't want to.
No.
Does it matter to you if what you believe is true or not?
I couldn't really tell you. I really couldn't tell you.
Okay. I don't want to push too hard if you can't question your beliefs. That is kind of our goal, is to see if you can. So,
You want me to leave?
well, no, just all cards on the table. That is our goal. So I am going to move on, but I do appreciate you being honest, Anthony. What the other question that was asked was why you would request out. So, what was your goal in requesting out?
I really don't know. I thought I was supposed to be here at this time.
Interesting. If you were supposed to be here at this time, then would that mean that your God sent you to question your beliefs? Because I don't think you're convincing anybody here. But I appreciate you for stopping by, Anthony. Maybe if you decide that you can question, that you are interested or capable, if you're curious or courageous, whichever of those applies to to be questioning of your beliefs, then go ahead and request back up.
That was interesting.
He sounded like Bobo from the Howard Stern show.
Interesting. I haven't watched Howard Stern or listened to Howard Stern in 20 years.
Howard Stern.
I like when he said, I thought I was supposed to be here. It sounded like he literally had like an appointment or something. I was like, I
I know, I
mean,
was
okay.
like, who told you you were supposed to be here? Who made that appointment?
Who made that appointment? Not
Divine
us.
appointment.
The process, Halrav.
Sure.
Okay, so during that, my dog heard something in the yard. She, like, her ears perked up. She got up. She sniffed the cat to make sure it wasn't the cat, and then went to investigate the yard.
And it was a ghost, right? Obviously.
I don't, I don't know, but it was just a really funny thing that I watched happen. She was like, stopped at the cat, sniffed it. No, not this. She was questioning her belief that the sound or the thing came from in the yard.
And if you can question your beliefs and you would like to tell us about how you can question your beliefs in a god, goddess, or whatever else you believe in, energy, wooey stuff, come on up here and tell us. Like 3 out of 10.
I mean, no, that was pretty good. I'd give that like a 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think like 3 out of 10 is like average cat level segue, and that was definitely better.
It started off strong, and then I forgot what I was saying.
I think you hit the major points.
I wrote down a question for Rav. Is the process something science fully captures, or is it something science doesn't fully describe?
It's something that science fully captures. Well, that's a good question. I mean, I think so. Um, I don't know that. I mean, somebody smarter than me would probably point out. Oh, oh, sorry. If there's like a study of change, you know.
That's twice, Rav.
I know. 3 strikes, I'm out of here.
Every time I ask you a question, you yawn. And I'm like, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's not you. It's not you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Don't
Is
take it on
science how we
personally.
describe the processes that we observe?
Hmm. And I think like for those things, but I imagine that there's a million and one ways to do that. You know, however many, whatever. I don't. You know.
Did you wait? Did you? I had bars and then I didn't, so I don't know if I came through. But I said, is science the way that we describe the
Hmm.
processes that we observe?
Yeah,
Observe.
I agreed. Yeah.
So science is the language for how you describe the process.
I think science is the language that we have to understand the various processes.
Hmm. I still don't see the separation between the two, if there
That's
is
okay.
one.
That's okay. I don't know that. I don't know that there should be. I don't. Yeah. Why does there have to be a separation?
I, there doesn't. I was just curious if there was one.
I think the moment we start separating things, I think it's like when you start superimposing stuff, putting stuff on top of other things, sandwiching.
The layers. It's bound to
Yeah.
happen.
I don't think there's that many layers here. I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't think it's as deep. I think it's
Oh, that's quite the background.
I'm gonna count that. I'm gonna start counting how many what the fuck screens I can bring up. This is one.
my only feedback is I wish it said what is sandwich, like SAMMICH.
I
It's a
did
personal
consider that.
preference.
Yeah, I did consider that
What
as a
the fuck
style
is
choice.
sandwich? Yeah.
What is blue in the sandwich? That's what I want to know.
It's the blue ketchup from 1998.
That that probably that probably that implies that the green is probably the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I have many questions about this sandwich, Thrayle. It doesn't look like a good sandwich.
I mean,
Ooh, this is not promising.
It's bigger than you. How could you
That's
try
a
it?
weird one.
It's gonna try you. What are you talking about?
How many layers you got there?
But what the fuck is this blue ketchup from 1998? Like, what is that? Was that a real
You
thing?
know, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
What about
oh
that?
yeah. Heinz made like blue and purple ketchup, green ketchup.
Why?
The purple was the coolest.
You know, because ketchup wasn't already exciting enough, apparently.
Ketchup is gross.
Can you question that belief, Kat?
No. It's all it is sweet cold tomato paste, and that's gross.
That's true. It is all it is.
Agree. I prefer buffalo sauce. It's real yummy.
Yeah, butter and pepper. I did have a new one you haven't seen, Kat.
Oh, you?
That looks like
Oh, I like
a
that.
tattoo
That's a
that
good
goes
one.
on a. Never mind.
The back. Yeah.
It
Also,
looks like a
why is
tramp
it the
stamp.
angry Thrayle? It does look like a tramp stamp. It's all the angry Thrayle always gets me. It's so funny. The creepy little
He's angry
smirk.
because it's a tramp stamp.
Yeah, he's shaming them, of course. If you know what the fuck divine is, or have a belief in that, and you can question your beliefs, request up so we can ask you questions. Please and thank you. Also, keep tapping the screen. Do you want to accuse us of being AI? Prove it by tapping the screen.
I think it was just me that was the AI. I have no idea why anyone would think that I am AI.
You are AI. They don't know it, but you are, obviously. You are not, just so everybody knows.
Grandpa Computer Thrayle.
Grandpa Thrayle powers down.
Oh.
Rav is gonna fall asleep.
He already is.
No way. That was so quick.
That's just not true.
Now he's awake.
I'm having a. No, that's not true.
I need to find a concept. What's something that seems interesting as a concept?
Why do you need a concept to question?
That's kind of my thing. It's what I do. It's been love, it's been agency. What else? It helps me focus because I have a lot of questions. that too. What is reality? I don't know. Do you know? Let us know. I like that the celestial bat goddess exists in every what the fuck.
Mm-hmm. I've nearly left her out of a few. I almost left her out of this one.
That would kind of make sense to me. Because it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What was I fighting about with nothing the other day?
I don't know. Was it worth fighting about?
It was nothing.
If you believe in nothing or something, anything like a god or gods, a higher power, or anything like that, and you're capable of questioning it, then go ahead and request on up. Not here to debate or argue, just to see if you can question it. And if you can, then what is it you believe, and why do you believe it? Is the music gone? Oh, no, there it is.
Now it is. How can we define reality when everybody has different perspectives? I'm throwing this question out there for everyone since it's not question to question.
Why would we define reality? Like, what do you mean by define reality?
To me, reality would be finding a base level, I guess.
What is your base level?
I don't know. Like the level is I don't know. Like I don't know anything. That's my reality.
Mm. But you behave as if you do.
I behave as if I know.
Yeah, at least as if you know some things.
I assume
Hmm.
that what people tell me is true.
Well, you assume you behave as if you exist, and you exist in what like your perception of existence is as it seems, for the most part.
Yes.
I think that's the way to function, but I think that like defining what reality is. I mean, some people do for sure, but I don't know if this is the group of people to ask about defining reality because I don't know that any of us would make like any concrete claims about what reality is or is not.
I wonder if anyone would. Not us four, at least.
I think there are definitely people who would make claims, concrete claims about what reality is or isn't. Like I think that there are certainly people who would say that reality is as we perceive it, for one reason or another.
Do you think it's important for reality to exist, or does it matter at all?
So my the way I think about questions like this is like, does my experience change? And the answer is oftentimes no. My experience does not change, and so in that way, it is not important.
That makes sense. But would you say that your perspective of reality is important?
Only in only in the way that like it informs the way I choose to behave, right? So like the way I perceive reality and my perception of reality, right? So like if I have a different perception, then I would behave differently. But is that all that important? Like, is it all that important what the perception is to me? No, not really.
It's interesting that it's not deemed important, but it's also what you base your actions on. Like you said you base what you do on your perception. You have to, but it's also not important.
Right.
So are you
So, like, I mean that it's not important in the way,
you're
like,
doing them?
base, base my behavior on of what that perception is.
We missed all of that,
And
except what that perception is.
like, so it's I'll base behavior on whatever I perceive reality to be. So what that perception is isn't all that important, um, because that's just the way I'm as well.
I think I get it. Is there a way that this belief could be dangerous?
Well, I'm sure, yeah, if I am like, let's go back to the conversation we were having earlier about delusions. Like, if I am not in tune with like what appears to be real, if my perception is outside of what appears to be um, real, then yeah, this could be dangerous for me and those around me, right? Um, but that also like doesn't change the fact that what I'm going to base my behavior on whatever my perception is. Yeah, but yeah, of course it could be dangerous.
That was a good conversation about delusions. How do you differentiate reality from delusions if it's just perception?
Well, I find oftentimes when people are having delusions,
Touche.
which is why it is dangerous.
And also why insight is important.
What does insight bring, Rav?
Well, the ability to distinguish between delusion and reality and whether or not the medication is working and the therapy is working or whatever.
Can from
One more time, Kat.
and it is incredibly difficult, and that's why it's stressful.
Repeat. All Kat's bars are gone. But I think she was talking about why things were stressful.
I said it's incredibly difficult to distinguish delusion from reality. It can be done sometimes, but it's not for everybody, and that's why to have delusion.
For sure. And I think that that's why healthy insight and being able to depend on knowing that therapy or medication, trusting, people is crucial.
Without change, how would the process change, Rav?
There wouldn't be a process. Because there's change, there is a process.
Does everything change though?
Well, it would be like saying, like, what if the Earth was 20,000 miles in a different direction or whatever, like what if the sea levels were, what if the Earth was 10,000 miles wider?
Would things be awe-inspiring if it were that and they never changed from that?
I wouldn't know anything other than what it was. If yeah, I mean, who knows if I would even exist, I have no idea.
Fair enough.
That's my point.
No, we don't. I mean, unless he loads in. But it doesn't seem like he's actually there. If he did mean to be here, of course, you can request backup. And if anybody does have a belief in a god or God's higher power or anything like that, then only you can save Rav from this line of questioning that's keeping him awake.
I feel like if I go to sleep, I'm running, you know?
You can go to sleep.
Always. I never end of
Yeah, Hazel doesn't stop.
No, I'll go forever. Please go to bed.
Yeah, you know where to find me. You can kick me out. I'm done. Good night,
Appreciate you,
motherfuckers.
Rav.
For your process.
Big W's for Rav. He can question the process all the way to bed.
We got
I didn't do it.
I feel like this is more inviting. If you would like to join our roundtable and tell us about God, God, or your God, Goddess, higher power, or anything like that, and you can question your beliefs, please come on up. We're not here to debate. I can't even do that. But I can question. And I want to see if you can question.
I want to see Hazel debate.
I can. I could debate. It's not great. I'm kind of mean, I think. Maybe it's not a good debate then. That's why I don't do it.
I feel like you would definitely be mean.
Yeah, I know I would. Like right away. Name calling and everything.
Right out the gate with the ad homs.
Yeah, I didn't do that. It did it on its own.
It's okay. You don't have to fight it. I'll just join the posse up here.
Hello, ring metal clip heart. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
24.
Do you have a belief in a god or gods, higher power, or anything like that?
I have a belief that I'm not alive.
It's fascinating. You have a belief that you're not alive.
Yes. I'm convinced.
How are you convinced?
I can't connect emotionally to other people.
You can't connect emotionally to other people, so therefore you must not be alive, is your conclusion.
Yes.
How does that follow?
Whenever I set good intentions, it just gets suppressed. And it feels like that might be part of whatever I'm going through right now, which is purgatory, the afterlife. Maybe this is just the afterlife, and whatever I could do before, I can't do it ever again.
I'm not sure how that follows. How does that follow from you not being able to connect with connect emotionally with other people? What does that have to do with purgatory or hell or afterlife?
I don't know. I'm just dead mentally.
Are you just saying whatever you think gets you to stay up on stage?
Yeah.
Why did you request up?
Because I wanted to know if I'm dead or not.
I think you know the answer to that.
Why the fuck are you here? Is this a good troll? Do you think this is funny?
No, it's just proof that I'm in hell and everybody else is too.
Who are other people to you?
Mean people.
I did not hear what you say because of the thingy thing, but what did you say, friend?
I said mean people.
Oh, well, that's not true, I think.
Are you sure?
I have reasons to think so, but you probably have other reasons. I don't know why you came up here. Doesn't seem like you know.
Just questioning.
How do you question?
What are you questioning?
Everything.
Yeah, that too. That's not an answer.
Yes, it is.
Does anybody else have any more questions for him? Oh,
He ran away.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm good.
cool. We get to move on. Hello, Norm. Can I get your age for TikTok TOS?
47 years old.
And do you have a belief in a god or gods, a higher power, or anything like that?
I used to.
So you don't currently believe?
Well, I have beliefs based on what I used to believe, but they're not the same beliefs anymore.
Mm-hmm. What god did you used to believe in?
The God of the Bible.
And why don't you believe in that god?
Well, like I said, I don't believe in what they taught me about that God anymore. But maybe I have somewhat of a belief because I don't know that anybody can sit here and say that they all know exactly the answer. I don't think that I can tell you. I could tell you my beliefs, but I couldn't.
Right. I wasn't asking about your knowing. I was asking about your belief.
Okay, my belief.
Do you believe in a god?
Yeah.
Which god do you believe in?
I believe in the God of the Pleroma, which is not the... Alright, so, well, my belief before was based on the biblical God, or that he created the heavens and the earth, and Adam and Eve, and all of the stuff, and Noah, and he flooded the earth, and all the stuff that we've heard forever, right? Same old thing. But it was put together by a bunch of councils back before any of us were ever born. And the 66 books that came out of that is what people call the Bible today.
What is Pleroma?
The Pleroma?
Mm-hmm. You said you believe in the god of the Pleroma. I asked what the Pleroma is.
It's, I guess we could call it, if I was to explain it, like an opposite heaven.
What do you mean opposite heaven?
So the God of the Bible would tell you you believe in Jesus and you die and you go to heaven. And the heaven is ever so great, nothing bad. All love, peace, kindness, no murder, no death, no crime.
Do you only know how to describe your God now in relation to the God of the Bible?
Us in the Bible is a distraction. And And
Okay,
not
so
sure,
then why
but
do
I
you
think
keep going back to it when I'm asking you about the God you believe in?
because the one that I believe in is the opposite of the distraction. So I don't believe the distraction anymore. But I can't tell you that that's true. I can say what I believe.
So you believe in the opposite of the distraction. Can you
Yeah.
describe your God without describing your interpretation of the
Yeah, I would
Christian
say it
God?
would be, yeah, good question. And that's kind of hard to dig in, but yeah, I would say that it's like love, peace, kindness, joy, happiness. That would be the God that I would more so lean toward.
So you believe there's a God of love, peace, joy, and happiness. Do you think it created all of existence?
No, no, I don't think it did.
Why do you call it God?
See, that's why it's the God of the opposite God of what everything here on earth would be what the Christian religions or the
Are you
Buddhist
drunk?
religions or the Muslim religions or anything would tell you
How
that this.
drunk are you?
Not at all.
What was the question I asked?
You asked, try to describe the God that's opposite from the one that's here on earth.
For fuck's
Or the one that,
sakes.
yeah.
I,
Please repeat it then. Sorry.
can you describe your God without describing or referencing the Christian God?
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
did.
what that. What do you mean by here on earth? So you think the Christian God is here on earth?
No, the Christian God has everything that we die, you go to heaven or hell. No, I don't believe that.
Okay. Since I didn't ask you that part,
I'm
what
trying to
is it?
explain it to you though. I mean, I'm kind of being like, oh, well, no, answer my question. I'm trying to, but it's hard.
You believe in a God that is the opposite of the Christian God in every way.
Yeah, kind of. Well, what people teach you as who is the Christian God. Like if you go into a church tomorrow on Sunday and they tell you this is who we're worshiping, I wouldn't agree with that.
I
What
think
does
Cat's
the
got it.
word pleroma mean?
Light.
Thank you.
I think it means light.
What do you mean you think it means?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's light that's not explained. It's like not. It's and that's like I said. It's a belief, man. There has to be a belief. We can't just go around and
So
have
what
no
when you
belief.
said I believe in the God of the pleroma, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's like I tried to say it, but I don't know. It's the opposite of the God of everything that you see.
Are we just saying words and then meanings that don't like
No, but I kind of see what the
I
room is about,
understand how
so I kind of wanted. It says, "Can you question your beliefs? What is your
Congratulations.
belief? What?
Why did you
Why do you
request
believe?"
up?
Because I thought it was an interesting topic. Yes, I can
Can you
question all of
question?
my. Yeah, I question
Okay.
all my beliefs, every one of them. But we
So that
still
why,
have them.
why, sorry, why are you like kind of talking past the question that Cat was asking?
She said, "What is the pleroma?"
like
It's a belief that I have, and the
okay,
God
I
that is
asked you
true.
where does the word come from? Where did you get that word?
Gnosticism.
And why are you using it to describe God?
It's just a Gnostic belief.
Are you Gnostic?
Not really, but I would lean that way if I had to have a belief.
If you had to have a belief, so are you cosplaying as a Gnostic?
I would probably not agree with everything that the Gnostics say, but I would probably believe, like you said, where this question on the screen says, "Can you question your beliefs?"
Holy
Yes.
fuck.
Oh yeah, isn't that crazy, dude?
If anybody has a belief in a god or gods, a higher power or anything like that, and you're capable of having a respectful conversation like an adult, then go ahead and request on up. If you're a drunken slob who's gonna sit up here and pretend to be something he's not, then fuck off.
It's actually a word that's used in Gnosticism in the Bible, and also in Jung's psychology. So there we go. Yeah.
So,
I decided to just Google it since he couldn't tell me what it was.
Right.
I don't know what he believed. Does he?
No.
Okay.
I have a an interesting dilemma, but I won't be able to present it to you guys for a little bit.
Why bring
My
up now?
curiosity is at an all-time high.
I
Yeah.
know,
Why
because
bring up?
These are the worst. You just said that to the worst two people you could have said that to.
to pique curiosity.
So, are you saying if we get to 50K likes, you will tell us?
That might be a little soon. Then again, we could tap that screen like crazy and get there really fast. I don't know, maybe 100K.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. Thrayle said 100K, and we get to know whatever the hell he was talking about. So, I would like to know that. So please tap the screen. I love the little hearts.
I would like you guys to know that he only said that because he knows that me and Hazel both can't stand it.
No, I'm going to combust like the trees and wherever the trees are combusting.
Exactly. Hi.
Oh my gosh. My favorite, beautiful soul. Don't ask me what a soul is. It's Yurza. Yurza is soul.
I have to, though.
And I said, it's Yurza. Yurza is soul.
How do you define that?
By Yurza.
You really putting me in a corner here.
Circular, actually.
It's a circle of Yurza and a circle of beauty. Soul is everything about Yurza and everything. I don't know. I don't know what a soul is, okay? But I love Yurza. And everyone should love Yurza.
W, I don't know. And Yurza.
Oh, I was gonna say W Yurza in the chat.
W Souls.
I probably should look at the queue and actually see if there are people there to question. Because sometimes there are questionable people lingering in the queue.
Hello, Freaksy.
Heidi ho.
How you doing?
Oh,
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing all right. Just sitting here seeing if any believers in a belief can question what they believe.
Yeah.
And since you're the only one in queue, I've got questions for you.
Okay.
Can you remind us your age for TikTok TOS?
48.
And do you have a belief in a god or God's higher power or anything like it?
No, not currently.
Why the hell not?
Because it was beaten out of me. I used to, but not anymore.
Part of me wants to ask you to elaborate. The rest of me knows better. You say it was beaten out of you. Are you saying that it was essentially shown that no God would intervene?
Yes, I mean corporal punishment was part of it, but it was also yes. It was shoved down my throat, and it was bitter, and so I decided not to follow that route anymore.
Can you think of what might compel you to believe that a God does exist?
Hmm. What would compel me? I guess physical evidence, like science, but I guess I don't. I wouldn't know unless I saw it. I couldn't tell you, like, right now what it would be.
If you did have that evidence in front of you, would you worship the God that provided it?
No, I'm not going to worship any god. No.
Can you think of what kind of God you might, if not worship, at least venerate or respect?
Respect. That's a good question. I would respect a God that was loving and generous and kind, not one that is genocidal or like that loves to show his power by killing. Yeah, something that is malevolent, like something that is all loving, I guess.
What would the limit of that respect or veneration be?
Limit of it?
Mm,
I don't.
like,
Wouldn't give my firstborn or any of my children. What wouldn't I do? That's a pretty broad statement, like a question. There's a lot I wouldn't do. I mean, I'm not looking for something to.
I'm not asking for like the worst of list. Like, what's the hard line in the sand? Thinking of a God that you've heard of before and things they've asked.
Oh yeah, well I guess that's pretty easy. I mean, look at the Bible. Like, you fear me and love me, or else. Like that's not cool, right? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. The fear mongering is a hard line for me. That's the hard line. That's the line in the sand. The fear mongering. And yeah, if there's a religion out there that doesn't do that, then that would be. I would like to see that, but it doesn't mean that I would follow that. But that's the line in the sand.
It would be
To want to believe, yeah, sure. I mean, who doesn't want to believe? Yeah, but I'm not like out there looking for it. I mean, if I stumble across it, or if something happens, then yeah, that'd be great. But not out there searching for God. Like there is so much hate out there. Like whatever.
when you left your previous religion behind, you left behind your ideas of afterlife as well.
Yes.
Do you have what do you hope would happen after death?
A revelation, I guess, like a knowing of what happens. I think that everybody might want that, like what happens after we die, and also a relationship with my family. That would be great.
Would you want that? Would you want for an eternal existence? Sorry, my brain is not letting the questions out.
What would I want for an eternal existence?
No, would you want it to be eternal?
No, that would get boring. Insight as to what happens when we die. That's what I want.
And if nothing happens?
Then that's nothing. That's blackness. Then you don't know. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Do you have any fear of anything like that?
Do I fear anything like that?
Yep.
I don't. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. I wanted to say no, I don't, but yes. Yeah. I do fear the blackness. I do fear that there's nothing after that, but what can you do about that? I don't. That's what I ask myself. I'm not asking you guys, but like, yeah, what can you do about that? Nothing, in my opinion.
Really quickly, I'm going to thank Heather's Descent, you, Freak Scene, also Shannon, Danny Grax, Hannah, and Kat DeWitch for helping with the previous goal. Thank you guys so much. Does it matter to you now if a God exists or not?
Absolutely. Yeah, and why? That's a good question.
So good I didn't ask it, but
I know. I knew you were going to ask it though. Does it matter to me? Why does it matter to me? I can't decide if it's how I feel now or how I felt as a child being in a cult. Like I ask myself that a lot, and I don't really have an answer for that. Like, why does it matter? Does it matter? I feel like it does, but I don't have a good answer for it. Sorry to disappoint.
I don't think you said anything disappointing. I think we lost a cat in teacup land.
Good night, cat.
Yeah, I don't hear any frogs.
A second ago.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, now you have your teacup just disappeared. You were teacup for the whole time.
Well, it disappeared a second ago too. No, it came back. It was like I was hopping back and forth, listening to Freak Theme. I am also curious why it matters, but if you don't know, then that's a valid answer.
Yeah, I don't know was a good answer, but I don't I don't like that answer. Like, I want to know, and I think that death is the only way that we will know what other people like that have died before us that know, and I'm kind of envious of that, but I don't know that there's a way that we can know that until then, and that sucks.
Why do you want to know?
Why do I want to know? I am just a
Yeah.
curious person, and it just drives me crazy. I think it's because, like, okay, honest answer, it's because I was raised in this religion that they absolutely knew. And then once I left that religion, then I was like, why the fuck do you guys think that you absolutely know? And you're shoving this down people's throats, and you absolutely know, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And so that drives me crazy that they don't know what they're talking about. And so I kind of want to know, not just to prove them wrong, which would be cool, but it's also just to know for myself that, like, did I waste half of my life on this? Or can I actually know this? So it's kind of vindictive, but it's also kind of like
I love
self-serving.
I love that part of this desire to know is like,
It kind of is, but it's not only that, it's also just to know because of what I was taught versus what is actually what people know, which is nothing about the afterlife, in my opinion. No, because I don't really believe in God per se. So no, nothing would be lost there.
maybe we lost Thrayle now. Um,
Didn't lose me.
Sometimes wonder about, like, what would happen if we all knew what happened after we die. Like, what kind of social differences would there be there? Like, what would happen there?
What would happen
do
if
you
we
think that
knew?
people would behave?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cancer.
Do you think that people would behave differently if they didn't think there was like an eternal punishment or an eternal like paradise?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the major religions, the Catholics, that they believe in heaven and hell, and the LDS and J-Dubs, like, they believe that if they act a certain way, then they will gain a certain, even levels in heaven. Like, fucking Christ. Like, yeah, like,
Yeah, so this doesn't make sense to me because so like I've never had like I'm a lifelong, I don't usually call myself an atheist, but like for all intents and purposes I'm a lifelong atheist, and I don't understand the like notion that people would just be like horrible pieces of shit if they didn't think that there was some eternal punishment waiting for them if they
right,
were a horrible piece of shit. Like that doesn't make sense to me because like
yeah,
that's not ever been my reality. Um, like, and I have still, I'm not a horrible piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's intuitive, or to me, to just like be like a decent human being.
right, right. And you bring up morality, or you don't, but if someone was to bring up morality, then that's a whole nother, like, oh, what is morality? Like,
I think what I'm saying is like I think that we like that as human because okay, it is like biological. So we have a biological imperative to survive and carry on the species, right? And um, that is more successfully achieved by being like decent to each other, right? Like when
yeah,
people are like murderous or like that is what we call antisocial behavior because it's not good for like the society as a whole. It does not bode well for that biological imperative to like for the species to continue. So I don't think that people would be like awful and like horrible to each other if we didn't have this like this god layer, right? Because like we just innately want to continue as a species, so we behave in a way that like is conducive to that.
I mean, yeah, that's what I think most normal, like most people think, but like look at the world around us. Like, where does all this evilness come from? Like, why is there so much hate and so many people that are not that way? They're the opposite of that way. I don't really
I
get
think that why is there so much hate is answered by the fact that we separate ourselves into groups based on things like race or religion or things like that.
But I mean, so there's a herd mentality? Is that what you're saying?
It's like an in group. It's an in group out group bias.
So,
Sorry.
I mean,
Um, we tend to like and feel more comfortable around people who we relate to as similar to ourselves. But the world is very diverse and there's lots of different kinds of people, and so we put
right.
ourselves in these boxes and it creates a bias. And it's like, have you heard Thrayle read The Others as a poem that he wrote?
The others, yes.
We other, yeah, so we other people and create this in group out group thing, and that's why there's so much hate, I think. By not othering people.
Right, we can do that, but how do we, like, as a society, like, I mean, it's not about convincing people, I guess, but like, how do we, like, try to,
I think that the answer is like a whole mindset shift, right? Like we have to find a way to like and I don't think it's possible, right? Okay, I don't
I
think
agree with
that
you.
realistically is possible, but I do think that like if we're talking about just like in Fantasyland, um, that we collectively as humans would have to shift our mindset into a place where we don't other people or put people in like these out in groups with ourselves or out groups, you know. Um, do I think that it is possible for society to shift their mindset in that way? No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Like I don't think that's gonna happen, um, that's how it would be done, I think.
I agree with you, but I do feel like it is an insurmountable hill to climb for society at this point.
Why do you think it's insurmountable?
Because there's so much hatred out there, and there's so many people that are like in these cliques and in these divisions, like Kat was saying, that they just want to be, they want to be this way. don't I don't get it. I feel like it's just in their, like, that's just their nature. They just want to be this way, and they are like so prideful, sorry, and like they just want to be this way because it like it makes them who they are. Like they're proud to be this way, and it's sorry, I'm gonna vomit. Want to be be this way, and they just want to, like, it. Sorry, I'm gonna vomit.
Was that ever you?
No. Well, wait, what was me? What was that ever? What, me, like, judging people? Yes, absolutely. Yes, I was a part of a cult that judged people and was trying to save people. And yeah, it's gross. And I hate myself for that. And I've decided to be a better version of myself and live and let live. I hate myself for that version of myself. Of myself. And
I wonder if even that should be questioned.
Live and let live.
I'm not saying that it should be, but I'm questioning. But perhaps if somebody had a belief in a god or gods or higher power or anything like that, then perhaps we could question that instead. Is there a limit to live and let live?
100%. What I meant by that is my family is still part of this cult that wants to, like, shove religion down your throat. And I no longer want to debate them, and I don't want to debate other people about religion. Like, I don't want to tell them that they're wrong. If you are doing no harm to me or my family, then I think then you can believe whatever you want to believe. Then I'm good with that. But if you're hurting me or my family, then that's something different, and that's another line in the sand. Like, for live and let live, it only goes for your beliefs, not your actions. I mean actions by, like, physically hurting people. Thank you. I appreciate that. Just don't hate. Like, why is that so hard? I don't fucking get it.
Should you hate hatred?
That is a double-edged sword question. You should disdain hatred, I guess. Like, there's no room in your heart for hatred. That's how I would like to believe. That's how I would like to live. Can't say I do it every day, but that would be the ideal notion, right? What would Jesus do? I'm kidding.
Have you heard this song? I think it's Who Would Jesus Bomb?
What is it called?
Who Would Jesus Bomb?
No, I haven't heard that. Is it Catholic or Jewish?
No. I mean, the point of this song is kind of like if he came back, who do you think he would hate,
Huh.
according to what you understand? And
Why
then
would hate be part of the
it's
equation?
kind of the point.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm going to listen to it. Because that is exactly how I feel. Mm-hmm. Mm. My wife. Being like exposed to not so like structured, like how like you were supposed to view people a certain way. That is what I'm saying. Like when I was how I was raised, like you're supposed to view people, and that has been the most eye-opening that she has been able to show me, just being around her and just being a human, right? And not being like not thinking that I'm sitting as a judge with my gavel and just judging every person that walks by like they are an evildoer or they are not doing the right thing. Just being accepting, that has been the best thing that has helped me to deconstruct my beliefs, my previous beliefs. She's pretty great. But she is a Christian and she believes in Jesus and heaven, not hell, but and so that's been not a journey, well, journey, yeah, but not a like not a debate, not an obstacle or a hurdle. Like we've done this together, and she's always understood where I was, and like she met me when I was still like believing, even though I was kicked out of the faith, if you will, and yeah, she's been there by my side like the whole time, and she was even willing to become part of that religion if I was to ask her, which I did when we first met. But yeah, the deconstruction, like it's been a process, and she's been there with me through the whole time, and yeah, she's amazing.
I don't know if we have any requests. There's an issue with the host, and I'm worried it's going to end up taking us down, but we can. I mean, I see a request, and I've accepted it a few times, but